Are you looking for a podcast about a singular topic that the host expound upon week over week?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh! So, how's it going, Kelsey?
It's going amazing. How are you?
I'm good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Looking pretty forward to today's topic.
What is today's topic? Would you like to introduce it?
Today's topic is horror in general. Scary movies. Oh my god! Scary movies, all kinds of stuff. Because I guess our listeners don't know, but we were kind of, inspired to make our own podcast because of one of our favorite podcasts.
Yes. Can we talk about that podcast first? Because
yeah, always.
I'm so excited. Yeah. So the very first podcast that I ever listened to, because I was highly encouraged and poked and prodded by. We should introduce ourselves. Shit. That's my co-host, Robert. He's a scary wraith standing right behind you.
And this is Kelsey. She's under your bed.
Ooh. All right, sweet. So the NoSleep podcast is the very, very first podcast that I ever tuned into. We've been bracing ourselves now for, 3 years almost?
Yeah.
2.5. We started on
2.5.
Halloween of 2016, because that's when I started my job.
That sounds right. Yeah.
And, you encouraged me to listen to it for 2 weeks, and I was like, it sounds too scary. I don't want to do it. And then on Halloween, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling spooky. So I put in my headphones and I listened to it for 8 hours straight, which was a huge mistake. I got so scared at work. Oh my God, I wanted to die. Everybody was coming up behind my desk and being like, are you okay? And I'd just be like, what?
Who are you? What?
Get away from me. So I consumed a lot of content, and then once I hit the episode Pen Pal is when I was like, let's listen to this one together.
Yeah, so I had always just heard of podcasts, but I never really understood what they were. And so I was like, I want to know what this is. There's me wanting to know about things again. But I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know, hey, everyone's talking about it. What are these things? And somebody had told me about the NoSleep podcast and how they'd listened to one episode and swore off of it forever.
Which episode do you remember? Was the first one?
So it actually, she asked me for months, have you heard that one yet? And I was like, nope, it happened in season 7.
What?
We finally got there. And it was this one where a girl had a twin that was that got enveloped by her in the womb, and it was talking to her, and it told her that her parents hated her and stuff.
I remember that one.
And then so she's like, I'm taking control now. And then took control and killed the parents or something.
Yeah, no spoilers.
I mean, it's old. It's fine.
So then we started listening to it together at work. We would take out a little slice of time just at the end of the day and sync up our podcasts via text message.
Which I gotta say, a lot of people at work go I can't believe you do this.
You told your people at work that you do that?
Well, yeah. I'm like, hey, I gotta go listen to NoSleep right now. And they're like, just do it whenever you can. I was like, no, we listen to it at the same time. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, it's scary. It's not, okay, stop.
We have to do it at the same time or else neither of us would listen.
Pretty much.
It's too scary.
So, yeah, we actually count down to each other through text when to start, and then we pretty much just comment on it the whole way through.
Yeah, put little commentaries. But yeah, the podcast, NoSleep podcast, is really important to us. We have gone to a couple of their live shows that they've done in Dallas. Every single time that we go, we take... Oh, you opening up a fresh one?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That was a little much.
Anyway, we have gone to a couple live shows in Dallas. Each time we've met the cast, and they're just incredibly sweet people. They're all just so genuine and nice, and just they have a genuine love for horror, which
it freaks me out how nice people that are into horror actually are.
I know, right? Why is that?
I don't know.
Like, what makes people that are like, they're super sweet and happy and just like want to be helpful, and
I guess they get all the like nasty dark things of themselves out in these moments, and then there's nothing left, so they're just super sweet.
That must be it.
Because actually, I met Tyler Main one time. He's the guy that played Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh, nice. Where'd you meet him?
So he was doing a film premiere in Dallas one night, and a coworker of mine, her sister was in the movie. So they were like, you want to go and like meet Tyler Main? And I was like, okay. So like we walk in there. The guy is a beast. He's like 7 feet tall.
Like the mountain.
Like he's a humongous dude. And I'm just like looking up at him like, oh my God, is he going to smush me? And he just like walks up. He had the scowl on, and then he just goes, oh my God, thank you guys so much for coming to my show. It means so much to me that you're here. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you while you're here. And then he took a picture with us, and I was like, that's the biggest teddy bear I've ever met in my life.
Did it give a good hug? Because I feel like a man that big has got to give a real good hug.
Oh yeah, it was like the best hug. It was so awesome. But like, you're standing there taking a picture with him, and like my face was at like his belly button. He's humongous. But he was the nicest person, and made like the craziest weird movie. It was great.
That's so cool. All right, so let's should we just jump right into it?
Yeah. So, being that we love No Sleep, we love pretty much all things scary. We just thought we'd talk about kind of, I guess, how we got into this.
Yeah.
So, Kelsey,
Robert,
what was your first scary movie?
like the first one I ever saw?
Like the first one the first one you kind of watched.
I remember in middle school, I was not a fan of horror because I grew up actually having like really terrible nightmares. Every time I would see like a preview for a scary movie, I would have nightmares for months, like 6 months afterwards, just from the previews. I know. So my parents were like, you can't go to scary movies. You can't even handle the previews. Like you wake up screaming in the middle of the night. That's not going to happen.
Oh my God, January 22nd!
So I think in middle school is when I first started like going to scary movies and starting to like, get into that kind of a thing. The first one I believe was The Ring, which let me tell you, that is I'd say one of the modern classics. Would you agree?
The first time I saw that, I had rented it, watched it with my parents. We got done with it, and I was like, boy, did that suck.
I watched it with my parents, too, actually. I watched it with my mom. We started it, like, in the middle of the day, and because my mom was like, if you're going to watch a scary movie, I'm going to watch it with you so that I can tell you that it's not real. And so we were watching it. It was light out. It was like a Saturday or something. And then we had to pause it to do something or other. We're like, it's not really that scary. I feel like we can watch the rest of it at night. Yeah. So we turned it back on at night. And then
when all the stuff starts to, like, happen.
Yes, all the shit started to get so real. It got so scary. And I still have, like, Ring nightmares to this day.
Jeez. 'Cause, like,
it's so spooky.
I remember getting to, like, when the horse jumps off the boat and stuff.
Yes!
And being like, what is this movie about? And I was so over it.
Yeah, that's about the time we stopped watching, because it was like, is this going to be a scary movie, or is this going to be like
a thriller?
A horse jumped off a boat into the water kind of movie.
Yeah. So I've watched it again recently. And I will admit, I did like it way more, like, now. I
don't know if I could watch it again.
Dude, it's about VHS tapes. Like,
yeah.
Like, okay. Like, so there's a thing in our group where, because we all pretty much would see scary movies together all the time.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, how it doesn't affect you. And that's how we get through all the scary things, right?
Right.
Well, so VHS, do you have a VCR?
I don't know if I could even find a VCR if I went to the Goodwill right now.
Well, apparently in the new one, it's digital now.
What?
I did never see it, but in the new one, Rings.
Rings?
Yeah, there was like a new one like 4 years ago or something.
Oh, no. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, I was banned from seeing it because my girlfriend's so scared of it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
To each their own.
Oh, man, but like the first time we watched The Ring at... was it The Ring or The Grudge? They have like the similar, facet to them. Just wet, spooky girl with a long hair.
Yeah.
The first time, I'm pretty sure it was The Grudge. Yes, it was The Grudge. That's key to the story. So we were having a little sleepover, me and my BFF, and her boyfriend was over, and my boyfriend was over, and we were watching The Grudge, and for anybody who hasn't seen it, there's like the key thing is that the girl has like her long dark hair over her face, and she makes this horrible like
that's
noise.
The Grudge.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So I was like, I have to go to the bathroom, don't pause the movie. And I was like, I'm going to be an asshole because her boyfriend really hates scary movies. So I went to the bathroom and I got my hair like soaking wet.
Oh my God.
And at the time I had like really long dark hair. And so I come like crawling out from the back of the house.
No, you did not.
Yeah, and then I made sure that they couldn't see me, and then like I rose up from behind the couch with my hair over my face, just going ah. This kid screamed so loud. My parents were like, "What are you doing?"
I slipped in the shower.
I felt really bad,
Oh my
but
God.
Also it was the best thing I've ever done.
Hey, you got to commit to that kind of stuff. Like if you're gonna go
I
for
committed.
it, don't feel bad. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's like the greatest thing I've ever heard.
He didn't think it was funny. He might have peed his pants a little bit.
Oh my God, that's super funny.
Yeah, but that's like one of the things about scary movies, just that trope for some reason, like wet girl with her hair in front of her face, that gets me every time, and I think it's because of The Ring and The Grudge. It's like this lasting impact on me. It's so bad. What about you? Is there anything from horror movies that like just sticks in your head and has like lasted on you?
Well, I thought my first scary movie, I guess technically, would be It, because my brother showed me that when I was 5, when it came out.
That's too young.
He was just like, yo, dude, check this out. And we watched Pennywise eat kids all night long. It was horrible.
That's awful.
And so, honestly, that one, like, I'm not scared of clowns. Like, I don't really care about clowns. But that clown, hell no. And it's kind of ruined me from Tim Curry, like, for life.
Oh, all of Tim Curry?
I can't look at his face. He has that face. And
it's true.
He even smiles like him all the time. He's a terrifying person.
It's just his standard face that he has. He can't help it.
I know.
He's got resting Pennywise face.
RPF. So, that was probably my first one, but like the first one that I remember watching and like really getting into was Halloween, the original one.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen the original Halloween.
I mean, if you'll watch it today, I mean, it's definitely tame.
Yeah.
But it is just so good. I love that movie.
Really?
It's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
That's the one with the hockey mask guy, right?
No.
No?
That's Friday the 13th.
Oh, right.
No one likes him.
The inside out, like, William Shatner mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William Shatner spray-painted white.
That one.
Yeah. Oh, man, he's the best.
What's the backstory of that one? He's just like a big, tall dude who walks after you real slow, right?
So, pretty much, like, you never really get any reason of, like, what's going on.
That's some of the scariest stuff to me, though, like, where it just doesn't have a reason to it.
Yeah. Like, he kills his sister when he's, like, 6 years old. And then They put him in an institution. He breaks out like years later and just goes back to his hometown and starts killing people again.
All right.
Like, he just kills people.
Sometimes you gotta.
And then it went through that, like, something about selling his soul to demons that talked in his house, and they kind of ruined all that. So then with the new one, they cut that out of it, and that's not a thing anymore. And now it's just back to, I just kill people. And it's pretty awesome.
That's good. So, is the new one like a remake or it's a continuation?
So I did finally watch the new one, and it is a sequel to the first one from 1978. Like,
they just have like a 40-year gap in there.
Yeah, and the Jamie Lee Curtis is 40 years older since then, and it's just her. The guy
really?
that plays Michael Myers is actually in it for one scene to put the mask on. Yeah. And he's 40 years older. Like, this guy's now, like, 70 years old, killing all the kids in this town again.
Oh my god.
He just kills
people. That's kind of
people.
cool, actually. I like that.
It was really good. I loved it.
I have a problem with, like, some modern horror movies where they just try to rehash the same thing that has been happening in the last, like, 6 sequels.
Yeah.
For example, I know you're going to hate me for this, but the Saw movies.
You know what? I'm not... Actually, I hadn't even seen them all until recently.
Yeah, so
because I don't understand them.
Yeah, the first Saw I loved,
yes,
of course, and then the second one I had such high hopes, so much hope, and then it was dashed entirely. Or was the second one with what's her face from Becker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in 1, 2, and 3, and that's the ones that I like.
I liked her role. I remember liking her a lot.
Yeah.
Which one's the one where that dude falls in a pit of syringes? Because I walked out of the theater when that happened.
That's actually part 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I fucking left the theater because I have a horrible phobia. Like, my core phobia is needles, and I cannot.
Yeah.
So I was like, nope, and I just stood up and I left.
No, yeah, they, like, have to work together for something, and this guy's like, no, I just want you to go get the thing, and he just shoves the Becker girl right in there, and she falls on him. Yeah.
I cannot.
You should watch the new one, though. Jigsaw.
Yeah, I remember you saying that it was really, really good.
Actually super good. I really, really liked it. It had, like, a great twist.
Okay. Yeah, I like a good twist. I just can't handle, I don't know, I feel like the death scenes the punishments just got too weird.
Well, see, we actually noticed that when we were watching them. The whole point was there's always a way out, right?
Yeah.
And then in the later ones, it just became, no, these people are just dying. Like, the game was taken away from it, and I was like, no. You killed this.
Yeah, I think that's why I like the first one so much, is because it was just like, it was a bottle situation. You just had like the two characters with the dead guy in the center of the room, and you had to figure out how to get out, and there was one way out.
Yeah.
And the rest of the movies were just like, the key's inside your brother, you gotta cut him open and eat it out. So yeah, it's just too gratuitous.
Yeah. Well, okay. What do you think about Hostel then?
Oh, dude, I watched the first one just to be part of the zeitgeist a little bit, everyone was so excited about it, and I was like, oh yeah, Hostel, I'll go see that, and I recalled not enjoying it.
I never saw him because I was like, I don't know, everyone doesn't like him, whatever.
Yeah.
And I finally I got 1, 2, and 3 one day. It was like, you know what, I got them for cheap, I'm gonna watch them. Did
you just buy the Blu-rays?
Yeah.
You have a problem.
I know. I hoard all the Blu-rays so that when someone needs one, I go, enjoy my library of movies.
You're like a fucking bone collector of DVDs. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's real bad. But anyway, so I just bought them because they were cheap. I mean, if I didn't like them, then whatever,
Yeah.
So I watched the first one. Loved it. Oh
really?
My god, so good. And then I watched the second one, loved it more. So gooder.
Okay.
It was so good. And then
the
third one,
I need to watch it again.
I don't know. It just okay. So this kind of brings us to the next thing that I wanted to get to. Why do you like scary movies? Why do you even watch these things?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think like horror as a genre is kind of a way for people to escape the things that are scary in real grounded reality, you know? Like
Okay.
in real life I'm afraid of dying. I'm afraid of not being able to pay my mortgage. In a scary movie I can be afraid of like the dude with a pig mask with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
So it's something that like takes you out of life. It gives you something new to. It's a creative fear type of thing.
Okay. That's interesting. I actually like that because I just like them because I like if you can like weave a really good story with it.
Yeah.
That like it kind of makes sense and it works. I just I just dig it.
That's why I love the NoSleep podcast. Not that this is a paid advertisement or anything. We really dig them, you guys.
But David, we love you.
We love you, David. But yeah, it's all about the story. Like if you have a good story and there's shit that just I don't know.
Well, see,
I don't even know how to describe it.
That's why I actually liked Hostel so much because, like, okay, so Taken, right? That girl just goes to another country and she gets kidnapped and it's like, oh no, gotta go find her, right?
Right.
So Hostel was these kids were just like kind of traveling around a foreign country. They didn't know anybody. Nobody really knows they're there. And there's this group of people that like kidnap people that won't be noticed missing and they sell them to the highest buyer for people that want to do, you know, gross stuff to these people.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
And I was like, oh my God, that is probably real.
It's probably real.
I'm never going anywhere.
But yeah, that maybe that's why I didn't like it as much because it was too real. Yeah, there's like it's a plausible situation. Another movie, oh my God, I love this movie so much, but it was too real for me. The Strangers.
Oh, dude, I can't watch that.
It's so good, but it's so awful.
That's
like,
probably,
oh my God.
honestly, one of the few movies that has truly scared me when I watched it.
Yeah, because
I was so scared.
Me too. I feel like it's probably based on an actual story that happened, or at least, you know...
Somewhat, yeah.
Shit is happening out there that's similar to these things.
But again, remember the rule. How does this not affect you? Don't live in an isolated area.
But that's where I want to live.
No.
I want to go live in the woods. Like, I want to be in a cabin in the woods, far away from society.
No.
And these people with
that's prime
home.
Scary movie killer stuff right there.
I know.
That's the only people they target, clearly.
While we're talking about my secluded cabin in the woods, I just want to mention the actual movie Cabin in the Woods, which can you call it a horror movie?
No, you call it a documentary. I loved it.
It was so good.
When they showed all the creatures down there.
Yes.
Oh my, okay, see, that's what I really like about a scary movie. I love payoff.
Yeah.
I don't need you to really explain everything. Like, I didn't need to know how they got all these creatures, but they had all these creatures.
I know, you just want to have that moment where you're like,
oh my
whoa.
God. Exactly. So there's a lot of them that if there's not enough payoff, it kind of turns me off from them.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, I mean, probably the biggest one, and I know people love this movie, but Blair Witch Project.
I've never seen that movie.
Don't. Nothing happens.
Okay.
She's not in it.
The Blair Witch?
Yeah, she's not there. You're telling me these people are looking for the whole movie, and then, like, when it finally starts going down, it goes, well, we'll never know, will we?
What? That's how it ends?
Yeah.
Man, that's lame.
I mean, like, the ending scene's really creepy, but, like, can I get, like, you know, they drop the camera and it just, like, passes by your face, or you see your feet walk by, so you're like, oh my God, she's real! Or something. Yeah. But you don't get any of that, so I just couldn't get into it. See, like,
a pair of dirty, grimy feet walking by the camera, that would do it.
Yeah,
that would be the
I
payoff.
would love that. I would love that. I'd be like, oh, they got God. Did you see her? Did you see them ankles?
Like, yeah, like creepy feet. That's another horror thing that like gets to me. Just like noodles into my brain.
Like, I didn't even watch horror movies really growing up. I got into it way later in life, and now I've seen way too many.
Yeah, I think you have seen all of them.
I would like to. I just watched a thing on YouTube last night of the top scary movies coming out for the year.
Oh, yeah?
I'm excited for all of them.
There's one coming out called Happy Death Day to You, but it's a sequel, because there's the first one called Happy Death Day.
Have you seen Happy Death Day?
I want to see it so bad.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
It's so good. Oh my god,
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. I loved it. It was so creative. It was so inventive with how to do this. And I love that. It wasn't the same old thing. I couldn't call it for anything. I was like, what is gonna happen? I could never picture it. And I love a good twist. I love a twist.
A twist?
I love a twist. But not when M. Night gives them to me, though.
You didn't like The Village?
No. That was the first movie. I don't even know what to call that because I hated it too much.
Oh, hold on, my cat's trying to get up.
So, yeah, Happy Death Day to You comes out this month sometime. It looks so good. And it looks like, again, they're reinventing the way they're going to go about it, which is just so neat. It comes out,
I think, the day before Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And I want to see it.
Looks so good.
Maybe I'll do that for Valentine's Day.
That'd be good.
What are you doing for V-Day?
Actually, we're going to go to a giant laser place and do laser, like, rope courses, bazooka ball.
What is that?
All this. So bazooka ball is like paintball, but there's no paint in the balls. So you just like shooting little
just guns,
airbags at yourself. I don't know.
What's the laser thing? That sounds like you're breaking into a bank.
Well, so like the whole place is like, like laser tag theme kind of thing. So like the go-karts are like glow in the dark. They have like a glow in the dark golf course. And there's like this like rope obstacle course thing, but it's like in blacklight stuff. It just looks awesome.
That sounds like a good time.
And I was like, are we really going to do this? Why not? Because it's a little too cool for Valentine's Day. Let's do that. Awesome.
So your Taylor voice, let's do that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be awesome.
That sounds like fun.
But I've got one for you that I thought was really neat.
Yeah?
It's coming out in, I think, August. And it is called Polaroid.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's coming out in August?
Yeah.
I remember seeing previews for that, like, forever ago. That's the one where, like, the picture changes, or they have to, like, burn the picture or something?
Yeah, so, like, I just watched the trailer again, and this girl's taking a picture with, like, an old-school Polaroid brownie-type camera thing, right?
Hipster ass.
But there's like a shadow that's in the background of the picture, and it kills whoever's in that picture. So she took a picture of like all of her friends in like multiple photos, and when it killed the person in this picture, the shadow moved to another photo.
Oh, that's so good.
So they know where it's gonna go. And I was like, all right, that's cool. We've had photo movies before, like Shudder and all that crap.
Yeah.
But then the guy goes, just burn the photos. So he starts to burn the photo, and this girl's arm is in the picture, and the flame starts burning there. Her real arm catches fire. I was like, that's different. I didn't see that coming. I must witness that with my eyeballs.
Yeah, I want to see that. That looks good.
Cannot wait.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god, did you watch the Super Bowl?
No.
They had an ad for what the hell's the name of it? Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Ooh, I did see it though. I did see that trailer.
I could never even have those books in my house growing up because the picture on the cover just gave me like such anxiety. I can't look at those. But the preview of that where the chick has like the big bubble in her face and it has like a little tentacle or something coming out of it. Ugh.
Dude.
Ugh.
And it's by Guillermo del Toro.
I know, so you know it's gonna be real
mess you up. I know.
It's gonna be awful.
Can't wait for that either.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much good horror coming out. I love horror.
Like, I still don't know why we watch these things.
I don't know. It messes me up.
Now, most of them I'm good with, right? Like, I always have my, like, here's how it's not me thing, right?
Yeah. Like you have for It. It's real important.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you guys, because if everyone did it, he could never show up again. Chapter 2 wouldn't even be able to be released, because he would just bubble out of here. But so, the whole thing is, Pennywise believes what the kids believe. Like, he goes, "This is battery acid, you slime," and he sprays his inhaler on him, and his face melts, right? Because he thinks it's battery acid. So I invented a force field in my mind that bubbles out from the point of origin being my brain, and it pushes him out light years away. He's not even close to this galaxy right now.
Into space.
And every now and then, I'll like go, "Oop, gotta update that bubble." Bloop.
Just update the bubble. New software upgrade.
So now there's the Tim Curry Pennywise and the Bill Skarsgård Pennywise just chilling out on that bubble like, man, I wish I could get back home.
You saw the new It, right?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, it was good. I watched it on a plane.
Not as scary as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
He's not in it as much as I thought he would be.
Yeah, that was my main takeaway. Like, I don't know, the whole movie just felt kind of like a coming-of-age tale more than it felt like a scary movie. But I never read the book. It could be that the book is a coming-of-age tale.
I actually read the book before this movie came out. I bought it with enough time for me to read it, and I finished it like 2 days before the movie came out.
That's a big book.
Yeah, it's like 1,000-something pages.
That's a lot of pages.
And I will admit, it messed with me. It's a book, man, and I was reading it, freaking out. I was getting so scared just reading this book. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
I think for me, like, audio format stories and, like, having to read the story is more scary than a scary movie.
Really?
Yeah, because I have...
Oh, like you got to picture it.
Yeah, so my imagination's just going crazy with all the stuff that the words are making up in my mind, and it's just...
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so, like, honestly, one of the parts that scared me most in the book was this kid had, like, an abusive dad, and he goes outside, like, he just kind of leaves the house, and he's sitting on this bench, and Pennywise comes out of, like the sewer next to where this kid's at, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I were to see it, probably wouldn't be so scary, because he's just the creature from the Black Lagoon. Like, that's what he's being to this kid. But the way they talk about how he looks and how he sounds and how this kid is perceiving him at that moment, and the way the kid is, like, so paralyzed with fear, and then I had to read those words so many times, because it said... He takes his fingers and he pushes them into both sides of that kid's neck and pops off his head.
No!
And I was like, my head. I can't go outside. I'm not scared of Creature from the Black Lagoon, but when he was Creature from the Black Lagoon, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, the visual effects that a movie would provide are not as real as how I see it in my head, you know?
Because that's actually what I heard a lot about that movie. People thought the special effects made him look not as scary.
Yeah, he looked like a cartoon.
I still loved it, though. Thought it was
great. It was a good movie.
I watched the opening to that movie kind of a lot.
Just the opening?
So, oh my god, when he eats Georgie, it's so terrifying. They did so good with it. Oh, man.
That was pretty good.
Oh my god. But so, okay. So we've seen our movies. We've got the way that we, stay clear of it. But are there some movies that just you can't shake? There's a certain type of movie that, like, you just can't handle?
Yeah.
And is there one that has just stuck with you that you're scared of this movie, period, forever? You don't think it's ever going to go away?
I actually have not been able to finish the Paranormal Activity series because the first few scared me so bad.
Dude, that's mine too.
Really? Oh my god, yes.
Now, so, I'm not scared of it forever, but, like, when I watch those movies, any movies with, like, ghosts, I am, like, freaked out for a couple weeks.
Me too, I can't handle it. Like, personally, my house is a little bit haunted, so it, like, extra affects me, I think, maybe. But, I don't know, like,
I know, because I'm waiting for the day that you give me the call and I have to come, like, be that, like, sidekick friend that, like, researched everything about the ghost and comes in at the last minute, but probably dies as, like, you leave, though.
Yeah, well, as long as I survive, I don't care.
Okay. Well, I will serve my part.
Yeah, like Paranormal Activity, any kind of, like, found footage movies, which I guess The Blair Witch would fall into that category, but now I know I don't have to see it.
Yeah. Well, so the later Paranormals don't get me as much.
Yeah.
For me, it's 1 and 2.
Which one was the one where they had, like, the Xbox or something? It was an Xbox Kinect,
3.
I think.
That was
right?
3, yeah.
Yeah, that's the last one that I thought was, like, pretty good. The very first one, where the cabinets, like, blow open all at once.
Oh, yeah.
That sticks with me. I'm afraid of my kitchen. Just, like, I don't want my cabinets to blow open.
Part 2, I picture this still all the time. Like, that part just freaks me out. The girl's trying to run away from the thing because it's coming out of the basement. And she runs up her stairs, and it grabs her and yanks her down the stairs and into the basement.
I can't do it.
And the way they show it, it scares me so bad. I can't even... No. It freaks me out so much.
I'm sitting in, like, a dark room alone right now, and I'm just
Turn on
getting
some
creeped
lights,
out.
man.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this light on.
Potting in the dark, like a gremlin.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
So,
I feel a little bit better.
So, like, that's your theme, but, like, do those movies have you, like, messed up, though?
I don't know if they've got me, like, super messed up, because I can still, for the most part, separate truth from fiction.
Okay.
I don't know. I still kind of want to play with the Ouija board, so I guess they don't scare me that
No.
bad.
I will not be part of that. No. That's a hard no for me.
Yeah.
Go watch the Ouija movies. There's 2 of them. Go watch those. Tell me if you want to mess with that.
I want to watch those, but at the same time, I'm too scared.
Okay. The second one, it's like called Ouija Origin of Evil.
Uh-huh.
That fucked with me. Hard. Like, it messed me up for a long time.
Really?
It was terrifying.
Have you ever played with the Ouija board?
No.
Never in your life?
No.
Man.
Have you?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, not like recently, but as a kid, we had one. I have no idea what my parents would buy me.
Who did you play with it with?
With my sister.
Oh, okay.
And, like, some grade school friends, like slumber parties.
Okay.
Get all creeped out, high on popcorn.
That's actually the start of Origin of Evil. Like, they go to this, it's like, takes place in, like, the 60s or something.
Yeah.
Or the 70s when, like, the Ouija board was first released to the public by the Parker Brothers or whatever.
Yeah, whoever makes it.
Yeah.
Why? I want to know why a board game company decided, like, let's make ghost boards.
I don't know. That was a bad idea.
It was a bad suggestion. They should have fired that guy.
Yeah. Like, hey, my grandma is like a psychic, and she has this board thing. Maybe, like, people get a kick out of that.
Hey, are you guys bored of Candyland? I've got a better idea.
Try talking to the candy demon.
I would talk to the candy demon.
But so, all these kids are sitting around, like, using this Ouija board thing, and I quote this girl all the time, because there's this one girl in the scene, they're, like, moving it, and every time it moves, she goes, oh my god. And they're like, Jenny, shut up. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And then, like, the mom comes home, because they're not supposed to be there, and then she freaks out and screams, but it's super funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a thing you do as a little girl for some reason. You have like all your occult slumber parties. You play with a Ouija board. You play light as a feather, stiff as a board. You play Bloody Mary.
Okay, so is that because girls are like into witch stuff a lot? Were you into witch stuff?
I
know
every
too many
little
girls.
Every little girl just goes to that where they're like, I don't know. There's like a power in our blood where we're like, maybe my ancestors were witches. And then you just kind of want to be a witch.
Because I gotta say, guys don't do that. We don't like go, I want to get into some occult stuff because I think it's in... Like, I've never once thought about that. But I know way too many girls that have read witch books and like looked into joining covens and all
Yeah,
this stuff.
I had like a Wiccan Bible when I was 13.
My
it's
God.
it's a thing that you have. I had like a little pendant with a fucking, what do you call it? A pentagram on it.
Now I'm trying to find girls that didn't do this.
If there is a girl that did not go through a witch phase, don't trust her.
Because she had to figure out who she really was.
Exactly. It's the call of the moon.
Oh, God. Jeez. Well,
Yeah.
so, yeah, ghost movies for me, too. Super freak me out. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows my lasting fear movie. And it's not even really like a scary movie. I don't think that's how it was marketed. But, like, anyone that is really close to me knows,
The Fast and the Furious.
dude, can't handle his bald people.
Vin Diesel just gets you.
Raising up their cars on their back two wheel freaks me out. No, but since I was a kid, I have apparently always hated water. I don't like water.
Really?
Oh yeah, water freaks me out.
I didn't know that about you.
Ooh, don't like water. I hate all things ocean, everything like that.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Yeah, you know
It's not
what
the
it is.
water. It's the things in the
Well,
water.
I'm still scared of water because apparently, because I was born in '89, and The Little Mermaid came out then, and I had it on VHS, and apparently my mom had to always skip the ending when Ursula gets all big. It freaked me out. That's a scary scene, man. I hate the Monstro scene in Pinocchio.
That
Fuck
scene
that
is
whale.
truly fucked up.
Yeah. Just, nope, don't like water. Don't want to see waves. None of that stuff. But my number one will always be Jaws. I hate that shark with all of my heart. He's the worst. No. Do you
I don't know why
Do you know
Jaws-
that's why I didn't go to the college that you went to?
Oh my god.
Because on the tour of the campus, they go, and here's like our rec room facilities and stuff. Oh, and here's the pool. Sometimes at night, the guy in charge will turn out the lights and play the Jaws theme. And I went, I'm never going here.
I never even went to the pool in college.
Doesn't matter. They told me that on the tour, and I immediately left.
Like, just the potential that the Jaws theme might be playing somewhere at night near water on the campus, that was enough to turn you off.
Yep. I said, nope.
That's
Nope.
funny.
No, yeah, I don't really like sharks. They freak me out.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
I
They're
think
kinda
I've
cute.
grown to learn that I just don't want to get eaten. I don't want to get eaten by something.
I don't think anybody does. Well,
Some people do.
I guess, yeah. I don't want to get into that.
Now, I've seen Jaws a billion times, though. I
Why?
love that movie. I love that movie.
What's wrong with you?
It's a great, perfect movie. I just hate Bruce. He's so ugly.
I've never seen Jaws.
You know, I just made some people watch Jaws, and they were all like, it's boring. And I was like, what? It's because it's old, okay? But it's real good.
Yeah.
They were like,
I know.
they should, like, update the special effects. And I was like, dude, they built this. That's impressive. They built
that is
him.
impressive. They just, like, straight up built that big old animatronic shark.
Super cool. But yeah, he freaks me out.
Can you hear my husband screaming in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, he's...
Because he doesn't
Playing
like
Rocket
Jaws
League.
either.
Yeah. I promise I'm not tying him up and killing him. It's just... He's playing Rocket League. He promised me that they were not going to play Rocket League tonight, and then his team was like, you know what? We're gonna play tonight. Yeah, I can't control them.
So,
Anyway. Have
Okay.
we fully covered horror, you feel?
here's one that I thought was a good question.
Yes.
Okay.
Feed it to me.
We love scary movies. Clearly,
We
we've
do.
seen a bunch. We've, discussed a bunch here. But we can't see everything. What is a scary movie that you've always wanted to see, but you've either been too scared to watch, or you just never got around to it?
That is a good question that I have not thought on.
Because I already know mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Walking around, get ready for this, Blockbuster. Walking around Blockbuster. I would always see the case to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That big tomato with his little open mouth, and I was like, I won't watch that. And my mom was like, no, it's dumb. And she never let me watch it. And I've grown up. It's kind of hard to find that movie, so I've just never watched it. But I have always wanted to see it still.
So it's not in your, like, massive collection of Blu-rays?
No. And I actually think it's on Blu-ray now.
With your adult money, I'm sure you can locate it somewhere on eBay or Amazon.
I should, because we'll see. That's the thing now. I've wanted to see it for so long. It's probably not even that good, so now I'm gonna watch it and go, yeah, I just shouldn't have seen it.
The magic's gone.
Like, I don't know.
Just hold it in your mind, that, like, the cover with the tomato, and just picture that as a child, and that'll be...
I do it a lot.
That'll be the memory you hold in your heart.
So is there one that you do want to see that you're like, I just can't bring myself to watch it?
I haven't seen the Babadook movies, and I don't know if it's because I don't want to watch them or if I'm too scared. It's just like, it's something that I know that it's like a cultural thing that I should watch because it's a big deal in the horror films, but I don't know, I just never got around to it.
I watched it.
What were your thoughts?
I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. I don't have to see it then. I base, like, everything that I see on, like, things that you say I should or shouldn't.
I love that. Thank you. It's actually a good movie. It's not a good scary movie.
Okay.
Because I guess spoilers, but it's been out for a while. It's like a metaphor for grief. So the Babadook is like, he's like the embodiment of grief.
What?
And how that's like not like what he is, but that's what he represents.
Okay.
Like, he's actually this monster from this book that this kid has, but the point of it is how grief is something that, like, we all have, and we can't run from it because they can't get rid of the book that he has. And they keep trying to
just, like, chuck it?
Yeah, they, like, do that, and then it shows back up on the porch later. And
That's
so, like, he keeps showing up, and the only way you can... So then, at the end of the movie, she just has him tied up in the basement when she's not scared of him, and then feeds him, like, rotten meat.
Okay.
I know, so it's like, oh, so now he's just your pet? Like, he's not even scary. And so, basically, the only way to get over grief is to just live with grief, because grief is going to be there. You can't just run from it, because it'll be there, no matter what.
Well, that's sad as fuck.
Yeah, like, it's a good movie, but as a scary movie, it wasn't really, the payoff.
Oh, you know what? I thought of one. Maybe it's not a scary movie either, but it's a documentary, I think, right? The Nightmare?
I don't care if it's not a scary movie. It was scary.
Yeah, I can't watch it because I am, like, a sufferer of sleep paralysis.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't want to have to, like, go through it again.
See, that's why I watched it, because Taylor has it. Yeah. And she has described it to me, but I didn't get it. And so when I heard about this movie, I was like, all right, maybe they can represent it for me in a way that I'll get. And it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank God I don't do that.
It's not a fun condition. I would say that if you can avoid having sleep paralysis, I would avoid it.
If you can avoid it.
I don't recommend it. 0 out of 10.
Don't try that at home.
Please.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Okay, have we covered all of our nooks and crannies in this spooky horror house?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll come around again at some point.
Yeah. All right. I suppose we should wind this podcast down.
All right. Well, would you like me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can be sure to visit us on social media. You can find us at YMBTOAP on Twitter and Instagram.
Actually,
having a little trouble with Instagram.
Sorry. Yeah, Instagram deleted our account or something. We're gonna have to figure that out.
Okay, nothing was posted on it.
I know.
I'm not
It was an
understanding
empty
right
account.
now. Like, placeholder to do stuff later, and they go, no.
You can't have this.
Very weird.
Anyway.
So for now, just look us up on the Twitter at YMBTOAP. And you can also email us at ymbtoap@gmail.com.
We should give a call to our listeners. Email us with your scary stories.
Oh yeah, if you have scary stories of things that happened to you, please send those along. Because that stuff freaks me out. Because I know that it really happens to people. I can't discredit anything that has happened to people.
Oh, shit.
Jingle bell.
Hi, Jinx.
Hey.
Scared me so bad.
Calm down. Jeez, come here. That was wild. I'm like, yeah, I can't discredit scary things. Oh, one's coming for me!
Okay.
But, yeah, please send us anything that's happened to you. We could read it on the podcast. We love a good story, no matter how scary it is.
Heck yeah. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Farage. Check out their stuff on YouTube. They've got a lot of cool little songs. You can find our podcast on SoundCloud. We'll be growing to more platforms, hopefully, in the very near future.
And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question you've always wanted the answers to.
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Do, 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 do.